totally irresponsible parenting.
Not according to the internet.
Where on the internet?
Dax, it's time for your bath.
But I missed my show.
Don't argue with me, young man. Just do it.
This is our dad.
I'm the professor.
Yeah, he made us in his laboratory by accident. Don't worry, Professor. I was an accident, too.
You're my children, and I love you, but you're all terrible.
Episode of Geek Parenting Podcast. This is probably going to be a pretty short episode today. It's only me. Everybody else is very busy, couldn't get here. But we have a little bit of news, some things that are going on that you will probably want to know about. So this is probably going to be a very, very short episode of just announcements, geek news, all that fun stuff for our Geeky Wiki. So if you missed it, or if you're living under a rock, you probably know that the Infinity War trailer dropped just this week, last week actually. It looks fantastic. If you have not watched that, you can go to youtube.com. I think we also posted up a link on the Facebook page, so you can go ahead and watch that. It really looks just absolutely amazing. I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but definitely go watch that and get ready to see some Guardians and Avengers and everybody come together to fight Thanos. So the second thing, it was just announced today, and I'm going to go to my email because I have an article about it that I'm going to read to you. If I can find my email. There it is. Wrong email. That's the email. Let's see if it's connecting. So here we go. Today, Disney Parks announced. Are you ready for this? My phone is loading very slowly, so we're just going to sit here and wait and enjoy the silence because as parents, we know we don't get very much quiet, do we? Come on, Disney Parks. Come on, Disney Parks. So Disney Parks has announced that pretty much every single one of their parks is going to be getting a Marvel-themed area. For California, is going to be in California Adventure. And then, of course, they're going to have it in some of their parks around the world, in Asia and other areas like that. I'm still waiting for my damn phone to load. It's so slow. Let's see if we can get some Wi-Fi going on here. Of course, it's going to find me. So, of course, Disney Parks. Come on, man. Sorry about this, guys. It should not be taking this long to load. So Disney Parks are going to assemble in new themed areas: the Disneyland Resort, Disneyland Paris, and Hong Kong Disneyland. This is scheduled to open in 2020. Don't have a month yet as to when that's going to open. Just know that it's going to happen here in a couple of years. Let's go ahead and read this. Highly anticipated new experiences at Disneyland Resort, Disneyland Paris, and Hong Kong Disneyland will soon invite guests to become a bigger universe filled with epic heroes and adventures. And today, we're sharing a sneak peek. Developed in partnership with Marvel Studios and Marvel-themed entertainment, these 3 new areas will champion the next generation of superheroes. At Disneyland Resort, the new superhero-themed land will begin recruiting guests in 2020, with even more new experiences to follow. The Guardians of the Galaxy will be joined by Spider-Man and the Avengers in what will become a completely immersive superhero universe, furthering the evolution of Disney California Adventure Park. This new land will be anchored by the popular Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, which we got to ride last weekend. It was amazing. In the adjacent space that is currently occupied by Bugs Land, It's Tough to Be a Pug will be closed on March 19th. Actually, that was just yesterday, to make way for a new heroic experience, and the rest of the land will close in late summer. So it sounds like they're taking all of Bugs Land and turning that into part of the new kind of Marvel superhero area. As part of the transformative multi-year expansion announced for Disneyland Paris, the new Marvel-themed area at Walt Disney Studios Park will include a reimagined attraction where riders will team up with Iron Man and their favorite Avengers on a hyperkinetic adventure in 2020. This will follow an epic experience launching this summer when Disneyland Paris hosts Marvel's Summer of Superheroes from June 10th to September 30th. Favorite heroes will take the stage for a brand new live-action super production featuring cutting-edge special effects and spectacular projections. Multi-year expansion plans are also underway at Hong Kong Disneyland, including a new themed area that will include an exciting attraction where guests team up with Ant-Man and the Wasp. This new attraction will join the Iron Man experience, which opened in 2017 and is already the most popular attraction at the resort. You can join your heroes soon for these and more epic adventures at Disney parks around the world. So if you go to the Disney Parks blog, which announced this, you can they have a video, and they also have some really cool posters that they have advertising this. It's going to be pretty epic. I can't wait for this to open, of course. We've got Star Wars Land opening next year, Galaxy's Edge, which is going to be absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. So, in second, kind of going along with talking about our superheroes today, you have 6 weeks until April 27th when Infinity War Part 1 comes out. So if you are planning on watching all of the movies before then, that's 3 movies a week. I did just post up a Google document that someone created giving you a timeline of when you need to watch these films. It's pretty awesome. If you start this week, you need to start with Iron Man and then kind of progress through those as you see fit. You can also start, my recommendation is that you start with Captain America, since that's kind of the first one in the series, technically, timeline speaking. But other than that, you can go ahead and check out that link that I posted up on the Facebook page, and you will be ready to go. So another article that we've been talking about on the Facebook page is an article I got from a British parenting site called Mummy Pages, and I found it actually really interesting. And of course, there's always research like this going out, but according to these researchers, being a mom is the equivalent of 2.5 full-time jobs. So we've often heard the saying, being a mom is a full-time job, but according to research, it's actually closer to being 2.5 full-time jobs. That's 120 hours of work a week. So this is a new American study has found that the average mom works an astonishing 98 hours per week, over twice the average working week of 39 hours. So this is probably on the British schedule. Researchers examined the schedules of 2,000 working moms with children aged 5 to 12. They found that the average work day of a mom starts at 6:23 a.m. and ends at 8:31. Mine's a little different. Mine's usually starting at 5 a.m. and usually ends at 8. So I actually do a little more work. They found that even on their free time, moms tended to fill their time with tasks, and of course, the weekends were just as busy as the weekdays. Most moms reported having just 1 hour and 7 minutes of me time daily, and most of mommy me time is spent in the bathroom and trying to get a quick shower unaccompanied. 40% of moms surveyed said their lives felt like a series of never-ending tasks, while 70% reported feeling pressure to provide a healthy diet for their children. The results of the survey highlight just how demanding the role of mom can be and the non-stop barrage of tasks it consists of, says Casey Lewis, health and nutrition lead at Welch's, the juice company that commissioned the survey. Wow, so this is the juice company commissioned the survey. The survey also examined what lifesavers moms relied upon when trying to do it all became too tough. This is me. The extensive list includes wine, us too, grandparents or a reliable babysitter to step in from time to time, Netflix for the kids or the parents, wet wipes, drive-through meals, healthy snacks and juices, toys, and iPads, coffee, napping when possible, and the ability to put on the angry voice. As required, we're also on the top of list of the top 20 mom-approved lifesavers. So we can definitely testify to the power of all of the above in a stressful situation, particularly coffee in the mornings or a glass of wine after a long day. What do you think, moms? Does this sound like a typical week in your life? We at Geek Parenting would like to know what's your story. What do you do to survive a tough day or a tough week? For me, it's usually wine. I like my wine. So that's all the news for today. It's kind of just a very short episode. I apologize for that. We had scheduled to record and everybody had kind of some family emergencies come up. So we got you a little bit of the news, a little bit of some research, parenting research that has come out. If you have questions or comments or stories you would like to tell us, we can share them on the podcast. You can email us at contact@geekparenting.com. And you can find us at geekparentingpodcast.com, on Twitter at geekparentpod, Facebook at Geek Parenting Podcast, and of course Instagram, which I've been updating regularly at Geek Parenting. This is Dr. Sarah, and you can find me on Facebook at Doctor of Peace, Twitter, Doctor of Peace SH, all this stuff. Instagram, Doctor of Peace, and then, of course, on Twitch. I have not been streaming lately. I'm going to try and pick that up again this weekend at Loves Like Pie. That is LUVSLIKEPI. Be sure to follow everybody else who's on the podcast. Amber Doll, Dollface68, I think that's the right one. Sorry, Amber. White Enchilada 1 for Johnny. Nerdy at Home Dad for James, and of course, Tui the Human, Mike Tuiasoa, owner and janitor at Watchtower Cafe, who so graciously allows us to use their space to podcast every week. So until next time, just remember, we are Groot.
Here's some money. Go see a Star Wars.